Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing this vampy makeup tutorial slash hair tutorial as well. So if you're interested in how I got this look, just go ahead and keep on watching. Alright guys, the first thing we're going to do is bust out our tape and we are going to put it on there and create our wing. After that, you're going to get a primer and just go ahead and prime your eyes. I'm using this Milani stick and then I'm just going to blend it out with my finger. And you can use any primer that you have. So I'm going to be dipping my brush into China White and I'm just going to set my primer. After that, I'm going to be dipping my fluffy brush into the shade Courtney and we're going to be using that as a transition shade. Basically, all you want to do is go back and forth. I definitely did a lot of blending and then I added a little bit more just to deepen it up. Go into the crease, the inner corner, and then after that I get a different brush, a little bit smaller fluffy brush, and I focus the shade Vanity on the outer V. And I just take my time because it's a deeper shade. And all you want to do is just blend, blend, blend. This look is a lot of blending, so take your time, don't rush. So I'm going to dip my fluffy brush back into the shade Courtney, that transition shade, and just blend everything out once again. I want to just soften the look up a little bit. Then I'm going to take my Tjmaxx palette and I'm going to dip my brush into one of those brown shades. I just want to use this to help blend everything together and kind of give it a little more depth. Just because I thought that this palette was missing kind of like a mid-tone brown shade. And you'll see in the clip here, I'm just going to go back and forth in my crease and just blend everything together. Then I take a concealer from my Profusion concealer palette and I just kind of want to do a half cut crease with that. And just take your time with it. You can use concealer, foundation, anything that you have. Then I'm going to dip into the shade Rich Bitch and I take my brush and I'm just going to pack it on there. But you're going to see in the clip, I actually didn't like the way my brush was packing it on, so I end up using my finger and I just love how it turned out when I used my finger. So I would highly recommend just to use your finger for that shade because it's going to come out so much more. It's just going to pop. It comes out really, really pretty. Then I'm going to take my fluffy brush. I'm not going to add any additional product. I'm just going to blend everything together, just soften the look a little bit. And then I'm going to dip my brush into Vanity and deepen up the outer V a little bit. And I'm using the smaller fluffy brush that I have. And make sure you take your time. I go back and forth with both of the brushes, just blending everything and adding color. When you're dealing with more pigmented colors and deeper colors, you just want to take your time, blend everything out, because you don't want to look like you got punched in the eye. I learned that the hard way. Go ahead and remove the tape now. Seriously, this always hurts me. I have such sensitive skin. Go ahead and grab a makeup wipe and just clean up all that fallout. Make it look really nice. Then I'm going to take this white shade in that Tjmaxx palette and I'm going to use that as my brow bone shade. Blend, blend, blend. I'm going to take my Brow Stylist Definer and do my brows. This is my absolute favorite Holy Grail brow pencil. It's from the drugstore. It's under $8. I love it. I use it every single day. Highly, highly recommend. I'm going to be leaving a list of every single product I use in this tutorial down below, so make sure you check the description box if you're interested in any of the products. And there I was just doing a little dance, being weird, because, you know, that's what I do. Then I'm going to use this e.l.f. Clear Brow Gel. I love this stuff. It holds my brows in place. So freaking awesome. It's only $2 and you can find it anywhere e.l.f. is sold. Love this stuff. some more dancing, you know. I'm going to use my Real Techniques beauty sponge. I'm going to use two different primers. I'm going to be using this Daydream Mineral Primer by Kula, I believe is the brand. And this one reminds me of the Maybelline eraser. So I'm just focusing this one on my T-zone and where I have my pores kind of above my cheeks, under my eye area. You know what I'm saying. And then I'm going to take my Wet n Wild Coverall Primer and I'm going to put that everywhere else that I didn't put the other primer. So just rub it in, hydrate the skin. You got to prep the skin, make your face look gorgeous. Then I'm going to go in with this rose water spray. I actually found this at Tjmaxx. It smells so good and it hydrates my skin. I love it. I actually end up using this so much throughout this video. I am going to be mixing two foundations today. I'm going to be using the Superstay Better Skin by Maybelline and I'm going to mix it with my Birdjoy's Healthy Mix Serum. I love these two together. I just love the finish that it gives. And I'm trying to finish up these two foundations, so I thought, hey, why not put it in this tutorial? And just go ahead and blend. I love using makeup sponges to put my foundation on. I have dry skin, so these tend to put a lot of moisture back into my skin. And just keep blending your life away. I feel like I'm always blending my foundation forever. I'm going to be using the Too Faced Born This Way concealer. This is my favorite one right now. I'm so obsessed with it. You only have to dip your brush in there one time and you're able to get your whole face. I have a pretty big face and it's seriously one swipe and that's it. Love this stuff. So after you finish blending the concealer, I'm actually going to go in with my loose powder, and I love to use the NYC translucent setting powder or loose powder. I actually forget the name, but I'm going to leave it down in the description box, so make sure you check that out. And I'm just going to pack that powder under my eyes. I'm going to put it everywhere that I put concealer. I'm also going to use it to bake underneath my contour area. I really wanted to do a super glam look, so that's the reason I'm adding so much powder. I like to let it sit for a few minutes. And I am using the Real Techniques sponge damp. So I'm just going to pack on some more loose powder because of course I don't have enough on my face. I ended up finishing my powder, but I'm lucky that I love this powder and I have like a million backups right now. So that's why I did my little dance. Not because I'm weird. Just kidding. I'm going to take this Charlotte Tilbury palette. It's got a bronzer and a highlighter. I love it. And as you can see in this clip, I'm just being weird and like loving this palette. So I'm just going to be using the bronzer shade. I'm going to be using it as my bronzer and my contour today. And I'm using this brush that I picked up from eBay. It kind of looks like one of those NARS brushes. I don't know what it's called, but I love this brush. I use it all the time for bronzer and for contouring. Of course, you got to do the jawline because you know you want to look skinny and gorgeous. It's one of my favorite things to do is bronze up my skin and contour, then just remove the rest of the loose powder from your face. I used my Sona Kashuk fluffy brush that I have. Of course, more spray because you can't have enough when you have dry skin. Constantly going to be spraying my face, just warning you guys now. And I'm using the City Color Be Matte blush in the shade Blackberry today. It was the first time me trying this one out and I really love the way it looks. I am contouring my nose. I'm just using an angled eyeshadow brush and then I do my Cupid's bow and right under my lip. So I'm going to be going back into the Beauty Killer palette. I'm going to take Courtney and Vanity and I'm going to buff those under my eye, get it really close to the lash line, and I focus mainly on the outer part of the eye and I just go back and forth, Gotta love those gorgeous faces I'm making, right? Anybody else make funny faces when things get close to their eye? Just go back and forth, take your time. First I do the shade Vanity, and then I go in and I get the shade Courtney, and that's gonna really help buff it out and blend it together. And I do go back in with my fluffy brush. And then once I'm done doing that, I'm going to take the shade Princess. It's this really pretty ice purpley shade. It's kind of hard for me to describe it. It's so gorgeous, but I pop it in the inner corner, and I just think it looks so pretty with this look. Then just go ahead and curl your lashes. I'm just using some that I have from BH Cosmetics. Then I just go ahead and add my eyeliner. I use this copper shade, and then also my mascara, and I popped on some falsies. I used the Ardell Demi Wispies, and then for my lip combo, I used a Mary Kay lip liner and a Maybelline Color Blur. I'm going to go ahead and leave the names down below, so check that description box. Every time I'm working with a deeper color, I definitely take my time. So that's why I'm going a little bit slow, but you guys will see the process of how I do it. I love to just press my lips together when I'm working with the deeper colors, because I feel like it helps blend the colors together very nicely, and then you're not going to be getting your fingers dirty and making everything all messy. It's just a little trick that I've been doing for a while. Anybody else really love these Maybelline Color Blurs? I recently discovered them again, and I'm just loving the way they feel. They're so soft and velvety. I do go back and forth with this shade a couple of times just to deepen up the color. Make sure there's no patches anywhere. And I just get a Q-tip, clean up the edges. We want everything to look nice and crisp. Make sure you're taking your time. Then I'm going to get this Ofra eyeshadow slash highlighter in the shade Bliss, and I'm going to use it as my highlight. I just recently got this in my Ipsy bag, and oh my god, I am so in love. I'm using my Anastasia highlighter brush. This thing is amazing. I love to use this brush for my highlight. You are just going to glow, and everyone is going to see you from the moon. Now it's time for hair. I love my Aussie dry shampoo. I use it all the time. Here you'll see I just part my hair a couple of times. I add the shampoo, and then once I'm done, I'm going to shake my head a little bit. Then I'm going to go in with the L'Oreal Paris Sleek It Strand Smoother Serum Spray. I love this because it helps my hair not be frizzy. It's soft and smooth. I use this all the time. And then I'm just going to comb my hair. Nothing too fancy. Then I'm going to part it to the side. After that, I'm just going to fluff up my hair a little bit, and then this is the finished look. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I'll see you in my next video.